Hi everyone, Life Coach Carissa here. And today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to thank all of you who have been following me and listening to my content. I started my life coaching practice in December of 2021, and I never really did much of an introduction to who I am and why you may want to work with me. So I thought it may be helpful to create a video that shares a bit of my story so that you'd be able to determine if I'm someone that could help you in your life or maybe someone that you care about. So if you could stick with me for a little bit, I promise that it hopefully would be worthwhile for you to not only hear my story, but hear why becoming a life coach is something so powerful that I believe I have something to offer so many people in the world, and I just need to get connected to them. So if you would hang out with me, I would greatly appreciate it. So prior to becoming a life coach, I was born and raised in a family business. I never went to college. I just began working at a very young age, and I learned in the trenches. So over the next 30 years, I would work in multiple areas of the operation with my parents, my two brothers, and our team members. And in 2007, my brothers and I purchased the company from our parents, and we worked to reinvent the company for the future technical and exciting marketing world that we were seeing all around us. And so I really did enjoy that. I enjoyed creating a product and being able to find a solution for our clients. But where I really found the most satisfaction was in the human resources and administration side of the company. I've always been a planner, and I like details, and I like to feel like I've accomplished something. But even more than that, I really gravitated to working with the team members. I really loved to find and cultivate new talent and watch their skill sets grow and watch them evolve and bloom into a person so much more evolved than when they began. And so I remember seeing our team members, they would try to do the best that they could in life, but they'd still struggle with the ups and downs of life. And I would often try to help them, but I really didn't have like training or tools at the time. And so it became a passion of mine and a desire to want to help people. I think this started by wanting to help myself. I began reading self-help books when I was 17, always searching for answers of why I felt the way I did. And then that evolved into my wanting to help my team members that I worked with. But again, didn't really have the right tools or training. So, here I am now, a life coach. So for those of you that may still be asking, what is a life coach? I want to give you a little bit of an explanation there. A life coach is someone who can help you improve your life, feel better, and achieve your goals. This would be someone that you want to make sure has gone through some sort of training program and that they are qualified to do this work, that you could feel like that they could be a support system who could bring tools and knowledge to help you make change in your life. A life coach does this by supporting you in a confidential, non-judgmental, safe space where we allow you to share your thoughts. And what's beautiful is I've been able to offer a new perspective, and I see things differently because I'm not inside your brain with you. So, a life coach is different from a therapist in that I really partner with you to take action. We don't just talk about the past or even the present. We're expanding your knowledge about why your brain works the way it does and how you can take control to get the results you want to see in your life. So it's very action oriented. I believe life coaches are for high functioning individuals who are, doing what they need to do in life. They have a career, possibly a family. They're responsible for taking care of life's demands. And oftentimes these individuals may feel like they're doing just fine. Myself included. I felt that way for far too long. So getting into a little bit more about me, I was my first client. I did about a year and a half's worth of work on myself before I even started doing this work for others. I realized that I had so many long-held beliefs that I was not good enough, that I was not capable of going after the bigger dreams I had for myself. And I know without life coaching, I would have stayed in the unhealthy mental and physical place that was just comfortable to me, even though it would literally felt like it was sucking the life out of me. So when the pandemic presented itself in 2020, I got off that hamster wheel and I was able to pause for the first time that I can ever remember. And, I was kind of at my lowest, overweight, unhealthy physically and mentally. I was highly ashamed of how I was showing up as a wife and a mother. And I just felt so tired mentally, and I felt like I had nothing left to give. I had been in high gear for so long. I raced through getting married. I raced through wanting to have kids. And I was always so focused on results and outcomes and, building a company that was strong and capable and having a good group of people to do that. And I was so focused on all of these results. And when I paused, I didn't like the person I was looking at in the mirror. This is why I became a life coach and decided to leave our family business after 47 years and pursue where I felt I was called to go. I grew up at home and at work with a controlling, emotionally detached, and at times unstable father. I carried belief systems into adulthood that would show up in multiple phases of my life that I wasn't happy with. There were so many things I didn't understand or want to accept, things I just didn't know how to change. I knew they were no longer serving me, but I didn't know how to get started on making lasting change in my life. I turned to the many pleasures in life that we have at our disposal, and I buffered. I overworked. I relied too heavily on alcohol and food to make myself feel better in the moment. I was literally just getting by. And as a result, I was often a victim who felt unfulfilled, and I was not as kind to myself and as others as I wanted to be. I had seen therapists before, but they were helpful to an extent. But I was a very high functioning individual. And so from the outside, probably anyone would look at me and say, hey, she's got a great life. But here I am feeling so much unrest and unease. And then I found life coaching. I was able to learn tools that I've never been shown before and apply them to my life. I transformed my emotional health. I improved the relationship with myself and others. I lost 25 pounds. I improved my physical health. I learned how to slow down and not let the circumstances in life throw me off course. And I learned how to live in an uncertain world and still thrive. I learned how to overcome my primitive brain and go after my goals, or even create my goals. What were my goals and what did I want to go after? Sometimes I didn't know what I was going after. I was going after what felt familiar, and I was just repeating behaviors. So we often think that we need to change the circumstances in our life to feel better. And, life coaching taught me that I could be 100% at peace with where I was in my life if I just managed my thoughts. And when we find that peace, we can view our future from a place of possibility and action, and not from being like a victim of chance, which is how I often felt. So since I began coaching in July of 2021, I have been blessed to help a variety of individuals with various life issues or goals, to help them see how they have a choice in the life that they are living. And I've noticed that there are really no area of life that the tools I teach cannot help. There are many, many areas of life that can lead us to feeling stuck. I thought I would just share some and see if any resonate with where you are in your life, because I know I was at a place where I could relate to so many of these. So, we get stuck with anxiety and overwhelm and stress, organization and planning, kids and teenagers, self-love and acceptance, conflict, work-life balance, financial worries, your physical health, self-confidence, your career, self-worth, family dysfunction, we all got it, emotional wellness, relationships, self-care, spirituality, goal setting and accomplishing. Maybe it's chronic pain or health setbacks for you or a loved one, and this can create worry and fear. Maybe conflict resolution, your interpersonal skills and how well you communicate with others. These are all areas that we can get stuck and repeat previous behavior that doesn't get us any new results in our life. And so my goal is to share life-changing tools that you can create peace and contentment in your life, or maybe even open up growth and possibility within yourself that you never knew was possible. That's what happened in my case. I used to regret my past in so many ways, and I carried that around like a bag, a backpack full of rocks is how I view it, and I used to just live in that regret each day, and that regret held me back. And I now have learned that the journey I was on has actually given me the skills I needed to help others feel better and transform their life. So I now look at my exposure to a variety of different areas. It's now my superpower. And I was a shy, emotionally fragile child. I was a rebellious teen and tween, looking for love and acceptance. And that led to a bit of an obsessive mate and a controlling mother and a driven entrepreneur that lost myself along the way. But all those years provided me with such a wide range of experiences that now allow me to connect with so many. It's just, I firmly believe that everyone should have a life coach. I believe that we should have a class in school that teaches us how our brain works and how we can apply tools for our own emotional well-being. I can remember being told as a kid, "You're making Sally feel bad. Stop that." Well, how about we teach Sally that nothing can make her feel bad, that it's what she chooses to think and feel that has the most impact on what happens next. This teaches emotional empowerment so we don't live at the effect of others or need these outside circumstances to change so we can feel happy. Or even worse, turn to unhealthy choices to make ourselves feel better for just a short time. We all understand the concept of working out our physical bodies so we can have good health and longevity. And I think working with a life coach is like exercising your brain and keeping it sharp and focused on the results you want to see in your life. You are no good to others if you don't take care of yourself. Life is just too short to run through it. I was running through it. So my hope is that you'll consider learning some new concepts and tools that you were never taught in school that will allow you to truly live a life of intention. So that's a lot about me and how I got to where I am. But what I want to tell you now is how does my life coaching work? So I currently coach anyone that could use my support. I coach men, women, young, old. These tools truly do help everyone. Now, I have a passion for parenting and for moms that never feel good enough. But again, I'm currently working with anyone that may see my support to be helpful to them. So I currently meet with individuals through Zoom meetings. So you can do this from the comfort of your own home, and you don't have to be local to me to work with me. I offer packages to individuals with weekly and monthly coaching options. And I've also recently added corporate coaching options where I come on site and work with your team members. I'm seeing such great results with working with individuals on a variety of things that they just don't feel great about in their life. And to see them make the progress is just so amazing and fulfilling. I love this work. I love this work because it is so transformational. And, I want to stress that it's important for individuals to feel comfortable and trust me. This is 100% confidential, and I am a person of integrity. And my whole focus is to help people. And I do that by showing you how your thoughts create your feelings, which create the actions you take and ultimately get you the results that you have in your life. I have no other agenda. It's just to show others what are possible because I have lived it and done it for myself, and it feels amazing. So it was my goal to share a little bit more about my background, my coaching practice, and why I have a passion for life coaching. And I think the last thing I want to share is just that if you or someone that you know could possibly benefit from the support that I offer, please share this video with them. You or pass it on to them that they can sign up for a no-cost session with me at my website, because I want to give individuals the opportunity to meet me and make sure that it's a good fit before they would make a long-term commitment of any sort. You can sign up for that session or learn more about me at my website, which is lifecoachingwithcarissa.com. I want to thank you for listening to me and taking the time. It means so much to me. I just want to connect with individuals that could take advantage of the tools and the support that I offer. And I'm hoping that by sharing a little bit more about me and why I'm doing this work, will help connect with someone out there that maybe needs it. So thank you for listening, and have a great day, everyone. Wish you the best.